Hello YouTube and welcome back to the latest ABC Masquerain weekly show. This is week number 5. I do believe this is now... it is halfway. We're halfway through the actual group games of the season. So, halfway stage, so we should have a rough idea of who's going to go through, who's going to not, and all this malarkey. But today we've got 6 games once again to go through. Again, I'm by myself because everyone's busy and all this nonsense. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it myself because keep it going. I'll keep it going just for me because I'm the real MVP, the best one in the league. So, yeah. So today, we have 6 games as usual. Try and keep it down to half an hour and hopefully see how it goes. So, game number 1, we have the Montreal Giga Impact coached by Ratata versus the Offshore Oinkers coached by Checkmate Ben. And the Offshore Oinkers have brought Keldeo, Talonflame, Clefable, Magnezone, Megatyranitar and Latios, whereas the Montreal Giga Impacts have brought Mega Lucario, Thoritrus, Noivern, Gourgeist, Claydol and the Clefairy. Now, it's Mummy versus Daddy. What? No, it's not. It's Daddy versus Child, daughter today, with the Clefable Clefairy. Mega Lucario is always a threat. I haven't used to see it. It's an absolute monster. Probably my favourite Mega to use, as it were. But in this matchup, it doesn't fare that great against the likes of the Talonflame or the Latios. So, potential can't be as useful as it would if the rest of his mons can deal with that threat, obviously. If Noivern can deal with the Latios and he's got Stealth Rocks up with Claydol, maybe Mega Lucario can do a thing against his team, but that's like what's going to happen. And obviously, and Ben has been fighting first 2 games he lost, last 2 games he won. So he check back. I know Ben for a while. He usually does this. He loses like his first 2 games, and then goes, "Oh, okay, let's win the rest and just win the league overall." So I know Dr. Slack can draft his team. It's like a trash team, so it's fine. So let's jump to the game. I'm just rattling on that right. Just get on to the game and see how it goes. So lead with Noivern versus the Magnezone, going to Clefable, as it were. Sets up strategy with Barney as it toxics the Mega Tyranitar as it goes for Stone Edge. Does a solid just under half. Good bring by Checkmate Ben there for the taunt on the Mega Tyranitar, so shutting down the Fortress and can OHKO it for sure from that range. So Clefairy comes out, he sets up those Stealth Rocks, and there's a taunt again from the Tyranitar, so it can't softboard or wish or whatever on his team. So it gives him an opportunity to set up with Latios. Calm Mind does absolutely nothing to it after a +1. There's a Psychic Return, does nothing to Claydol, because Claydol is actually bulky. Oh, maybe not. I'm guessing this thing's got possibly Sold You. I literally said that Mega Lucario couldn't do damage to the likes of the Latios, and it did. Meter Mesh did way more than I was expecting. Talonflame comes in and gets a few kills here and there in the leftovers as it goes for Defog. Ben brought Hazard Removal. I'm shocked by this. I'm actually shocked. Because Ben never brings Hazard Removal. He just doesn't. Just doesn't think it happens. So Noivern goes for the focus odds. The Clefable switches in. Out comes the Rust Bucket as he goes for his Supersonic Sky Strike, which obviously does nothing because Magnezone's a bulky boy and is the better of the Magnezone family. So he sets up a sub with his Keldeo as it starts setting up Calm Minds, and this is pretty much the one of 2 sets you can run on a Keldeo. Sub Calm Mind or Choice Specs Scold. That's like all you can do. So Keldeo gets a crit on the Gourgeist. Out comes the Mega Lucario with the E-Speed as Magnezone voltages out into the likes of the Clefable as it goes for the Drain Punch. Does nothing. So there's the Meteor Mash, knocks out the Clefable. Out comes the Rust Bucket, who outspeeds. He goes to Thunderbolt and wins the game. And that is GG to the Offshore Oinkers there. I'm guessing that Magnezone was Choice Scarfed. Yeah, it was Choice Scarfed. It was Frisk. It was so fast I didn't realise. So it was a good bring by Checkmate Ben there to bring a Choice Scarf Magnezone. Probably Magnet Pull as well to trap in the Mega Lucario against it. So he can just outspeed it and kill it with Thunderbolt. So that's a good bring by Ben there. Obviously, Mega Lucario, as always, put in the most finds of work before it died. Was like pretty much the main threat. I think Mega Lucario is even more scarier than Kyogre. I really think so because Kyogre just is going to run, like, it gets Drizzle Thunder and Drizzle Water Boost moves. But yeah, but Mega Lucario can be on physical, it can run special, it can run all the different moves, it's got priority options, it's got Setup Bush with Nasty Plot and Swords Dance, it's got hell of options. So, Mega Lucario at 65, was it 65 points or 60 points? It was something like that. My initial draft plan, I want Mega Lucario, but I think I'll change one using Landorus and stuff as well instead. But Chomo Ben's now on a 3-game win streak now, and the Montreal Giga Impacts are now 1 and 4 at this stage. So there's still a chance to get into the top 4 to get into playoffs, because the current team in 5th place to guarantee them into playoffs is only on 2 wins. So get a few more wins picked up, I'm sure there's still a chance for him to get into the playoffs. Next up, game number 2, we have the Griffey Growlers coached by Jack versus the one down under, Elliot, and the Michigan Me and Shao. Now, Michigan Me and Shao have brought Tabalele, Komao, Celesteela, Lurantis, Araquanid, and Incineroar, whereas the Griffey Growlers have brought Cypher, Jirachi, Donphan, Mega Sharpedo, Florges, and the Gengar. Now, Lurantis, I don't know why Lurantis is here. I'm looking forward to seeing what Lurantis can do, because obviously I was going to say it can put in the work against the Mega Sharpedo, but Mega Sharpedo outspeeds it and could probably kill it with an Ice Fang. So, booyah. And Donphan, it could put in work against Donphan, but it's like, you know, he's got Araquanid right there. So, Araquanid's there probably for webs, pretty much to slow down the Gengar, to slow down the Mega Sharpedo, to slow down the Jirachi, and to allow like Komao or Tapu Lele just to come in and win the game. Now, there's a lot of threats on the Green Galaxy to the Tapu Lele with Cypher, the Jirachi, and the Gengar, so looking forward to that. Florges can pretty much... Florges is going to be a really problem for this team. As soon as if Selly goes down, I'll say that, but Araquanid and Komao both get Poison Jab, so that's going to do a lot to them. So I'm looking forward to see how this game pans out, but let's jump in and see how it goes. So he leads turn 1 Lurantis and goes for the knockoff. So turn 1 knockout. There's the Gengar gone, just like that. 1 threat, big threat gone. So you've got Natural Gift Cypher. I'm guessing that was for when Psychic Terrain was up. So you could do some work with that, but Celesteela does what Celesteela does and just Toxic Stalls with Leech Seed and whatnot, as you do. So Elliot go try and go for the double protect there. Gets as Cypher just slowly whittles down. So he saves the Donphan. He saves the Cypher, sorry, to go into Donphan. Misses the Leech Seed as Donphan gets his rocks up. As he goes for the head smash, so he lives on 2%. So Celesteela is an absolute monster. He's a big boy. He's a big... Out comes the Mega Sharpedo as he goes for the Leech Seed. Again, predicting him to switch out. Good in Jirachi, just so he can get in with as much damage as he possible. Jirachi wheels the Thunder, so that's very risky, bold move there by the Griffey Growlers there. It's probably there because Thunderbolt doesn't OHKO it, but he had to take that risk. And it feels the Pixie plate on the this Lurantis now should have gone for the this Lurantis is at +4 now. It was at +4 because the floor just got 2 Moonblast drops. That's absolutely unbelievable. So he pops the Salad Berry on his Komao. If there's +1 speed, Daddy Shark still outspeeds it. Reads the sub. Araquanid comes in, just sacks off the Cypher there. Out comes the Donphan. He goes for the head smash. Knocks out the Araquanid. Takes a bunch of recoil. But Donphan doesn't care about recoil. It just doesn't. Out comes Tapu Lele to finish off the Donphan. And out comes Jirachi as he gets the Intimidate drop off. But obviously it's revealed it's a special set. Goes for the Z Rain Dance, which is a very interesting... That's a good bring by Jack there to bring Water Pulse as well. And the Thunder as well. So this Jirachi is actually going to put in the actual finals of work. I'm sorry. I can't. I have to. That oh my god, I can't believe that Jirachi set. That is an absolutely amazing set. What Z Rain Dance, so gives makes Jirachi outspeed his entire team. Water Pulse boosted to 2 damage to his team as well. Thunder never misses in rain to hit the Cellar Stealer. What's his other move? Thunder, Rain Dance, Water Pulse, Moonblast. Moonblast, Water Pulse, and Thunder just tear this team apart. Amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my god. I'm gassing him up too much. I'm gassing this man too much, but he deserves it. But Lurantis was also that this is an amazing battle. That Jirachi set was amazing. Lurantis got to +4 because his floor just got 2 special attack drops from Moonblast. That's insane. So GG to Jack there. I do believe that Jack is now in 3rd place in his group, whereas the Michigan Moonshell are in 5th place in the slack-off standings. But a win next week could potentially push them up to 3rd place. So they're still in contention for playoffs as well. So there's this. I say it's like it's still early days. It's still anyone's game pretty much to get into these playoff spots for obviously playoffs. Game number 3, we have the Slowking Doctor and the Jakarta Rataz. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We've got Salisbury Slowkings. We got the Salisbury Slowkings versus CPT Seb and the Brampton Bayleafs, and the Salisbury Slowkings have brought Lantern, Mew, Dradagon, Megalopony, Darkrai, and Alolan Dugtrio, whereas the Brampton Bayleafs have brought Zweilous, my boy, Mega Alakazam, Primeape, Landorus Firion, Roserade, and Cryogonal. So, obviously, Mega Alakazam, if I remember correctly, is the MVP of Masquerain so far. So, I imagine that is going to put in the most work against this team, because barring the Darkrai, but it does get Dazzling Gleam and Focus Blast, so there's an option there. Mew could potentially shut it down depending on what boost set he is. Lantern is quite bulky. Mew is going to be bulky. Druddigan can be bulky. I've got it in my ABC team, but I haven't brought it yet. Megalopony could potentially put in the work against his team, depending on if it's got like Ice Punch or Return, or it's going to have Return and Fake Out. If it's got Ice Punch, it could put in the work as well. Zweilous is what Dougie obviously doesn't get a Ring Trap in Alolan form, but can potentially just come in and just do some damage as much as it can. Once again, Roserade is always a big threat. Landorus Firion, obviously the OU Metamon, so that's obviously going to be a threat, as well as Mega Alakazam. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what set he brings on that Zweilous. So he jumps into the game, leads with Zweilous versus Druddigan. He misses the Outrage because of Hustle as he gets glared by the Druddigan, but Zweilous has got the strongest Outrage in the game, no questions asked, because it's Hustle boosted, and yeah, it's going to do the most damage. So Landorus lives the Ice Punch because of the Intimidate drop from the Landorus, as he goes for Ice Punch again versus the Primeape. Goes for the close combat against the Mew, and does pretty much 0 damage. So out comes Zweilous again as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, but Zweilous is already paralyzed, so Mew turns out probably into Druddigan, gets the full prize, which is very unfortunate, gets a chance to help with Stealth Rocks, misses the Outrage again. There's the Outrage this second time. Now, yeah, those Outrage missions could be crucial in the late game. So, yeah, he goes for Outrage again, blows back a goddamn Alolan Dugtrio. I know it's a Dugtrio, but this man, bro, I love Zweilous. It's so amazing. It just kills things. If it hits, it kills things. It's amazing. Out comes the Mega Alakazam, who traces to Scrappy as he goes to the Psychic, breaks the sub. There's Return. Bop. Goodbye. Mega Alakazam. I'm getting really confused right now. I don't know why. There goes the Psychic from the Mew as it sets up Toxic Spikes. As you do, Toxic Spikes, arguably the best hazard. Arguably. As he goes for the Toxic on the Mew, gets the Synchronized, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter versus the Cryogonal. U-turns out, Megalopony comes out, gets the Poison from the Toxic Spikes. Probably going to go for Drain Punch, knocks out the obviously Cryogonal. And out comes Primeape, goes for the U-turn. decides to stay in this time, goes out to Rose Raid, go to return. So now we know Primo outspeeds the Megalopony, so it's probably Choice Scarfed. Out comes the Primo versus the Darkrai. There's the Ice Beam from the Darkrai, and I think that is GG to the Salisbury Slowkings, because Darkrai Ice Beam just wins the game from there. And yeah, that is GG to the Salisbury Slowkings there. Choice Scarf, Darkrai put in the most work. I'm guessing it was Choice Scarfed to outspeed. No, doesn't have to be. Maybe it was to outspeed Mega Alakazam, but I'm unsure. Obviously, good to bring Scarf Primo to outspeed the Megalopony. Zwilus, if Zwilus landed those outrages, he could have won that game. I can 100% because Stealth Rock would not be up. Drodigan would have been gone round turn 1. What else did you have missed? He missed Drodigan twice with it. Missed one. I think he missed one on Megalopony as well so he could get his sub up. So yeah, so if Zwilus had eyes, I think that the Brampton Bears would have won that game. 100%. 100% he would have won that game. But as again, it's still early days. Salisbury Slowkings are rocking that 4th spot in the Surskit standings, and the Salisbury Slowkings are there. Then the Brampton Bears are top of Slack-Off standing, so they're pretty much they're in the run. Unless they go through a bad run of form, they should be secured playoffs. So as always, it's his Pokemon, so anything can goddamn happen. So we move on to the next game where we have Gareth and the Glasgow Politoads versus Foss and the Cherry Grove Cherrims. And Gareth, no surprise here, has brought Bulk plus Zygarde and Tapu Koko. He's brought Tapu Koko, Scrafty, Reuniclus, my boy Jellybeans, Zygarde, Milotic, and Decidueye. And Foss has brought Omastar, Mega Steelix, Absol, Conkeldurr, Mega Venusaur, and Zapdos. So both teams have got pretty much ridiculous bulk in Mega Steelix, Steelix, Mega Venusaur, and Zapdos. And Gareth has got Scrafty, Reuniclus, and Milotic. He's got Zygarde, which can pretty much... Zygarde can put in the work against his team, not going to lie. Once the Omastar's down, and if Conkeldurr doesn't have Ice Punch, but I'm predicting Conkeldurr to have Ice Punch, mainly for the Zygarde and the Decidueye as well. Zapdos could be an issue against this team if it's rocking Hidden Power Ice, because Thunderbolt boosted in Electric... It doesn't get boosted because it's not grounded. You see? You see? I learn things from doing these series. I absolutely do. Let's jump into the game and see how this one turns out. Leaves with Decidueye versus the Zapdos. Straight into Scrafty as he sets up Reflect with his Zapdos. As he knocks off the Flame Orb from the Conkeldurr, not being able to give it its Guts boost. As it knocks off the Milotic, not giving that its Marvel Scale boost. So Conkeldurr starts setting up Bulk Ups as Milotic just stays in and gets the freeze on the Conkeldurr. I'm not surprised because this is Gareth, and Gareth is the Hack Lord himself. Goes to Drain Punch as he falls out from the freeze. Out comes Milotic as Conkeldurr starts bulking up again, and this Conkeldurr is actually starting to become a real problem for the for this team. So he gets the Drain Punch, keeps going for Drain Punch, back up to full health as he poisons the... Interesting play. Very interesting play. Because he always revealed that he had Flame Orb Guts boost because he knocked off his Flame Orb, and he just poisoned it, maybe to try and put it on a timer, but is now doing ridiculous amount of damage. Ridiculous amount of damage because it's +3 and it'll Toxic Orb. That's insane. So switches out to get a pretty much save it for late game, which it probably can do now. It's poison to do the most damage late game. So outcomes, it's Steelix is just going to raw things out for days as everyone just doesn't want to stay on the field. It's ridiculous. There's the Stealth Rock from the Steelix. Out comes the Mega Venusaur. He's going to Mega Evolve, obviously, and goes for the Sludge Bomb. Not kill out the Scrafty, but goes for Dragon Tail. Gareth just does not want to... None of these people actually want to stay in this game. They really don't. Absol comes out and gets a knockoff on this Scrafty. Out comes the Zygarde. And he sets up Dragon Dancers with his Zygarde. As he goes to 1,000 Arrows, does that just over as it sets up Reflect again. It goes for a U-turn out, then to Mega Venusaur. To go to 1,000 Arrows, does nothing because Mega Venusaur is a bulky boy. Point to Reflect, this man's insane. Tectonic Rage, gets a crit. Oh my god, Gareth is so lucky. He's unbelievably lucky. There's the Omastar Ice Beam, which I did say at the start of the game. 1,000 Arrows didn't take what it takes to OHKO the Omastar, but it reveals his Icium Z on the Omastar to knock out the Decidueye as well. But Reuniclus comes out and picks up does some damage as he switches out into the Absol, predicting the knockoff, which gives his berry. There's Zapdos, he goes for Wild Charge, knocks out the Zapdos. And Steelix comes out, U-turns out into Reuniclus. And I think, unless this Reuniclus has a Focus Miss, why did he not go for Focus Miss? Did he not have Focus Miss on his Reuniclus? Because Focus Miss would have done damage to this thing, the Absol, and the Conkeldurr. Why is this man not... Gareth, if you're watching this, what set were you on your Reuniclus? Did you not have Focus Miss? Did you not have Focus Blast? Because Focus Blast would have killed this thing, killed that thing, and Tapu Koko could have... Yeah. If you had Focus Blast, this Steelix would be gone. The Absol would be gone. No, yeah. Well, not really, because obviously... Focus Blast, what could have been clutch? I don't know what your Reuniclus set was, but... Yeah, interesting. Interesting place by Gareth. He got some hacks off, because Gareth always gets hacks off, but... poisoning the Conkeldurr was a very risky play, because all your real guts was at +3, so you boosted it even more. So if anything had a chance to live, it completely didn't after it got toxic. After it got toxic. So yeah, GG to Dean there. I think Cherry Grove Cherums are now 3rd in Slack-Off standings, and the Glasgow Polytoads are now 3rd in Surskit. So they're both in playoff spots as of right now, and both I've confidence that both teams will get playoffs. If none of you do, I'm going to be very, very disappointed in you. Very, very disappointed. So we move on to the penultimate game of today's episode, where we have the we do have the Victoria Victinis and the Jakarta Rattatas. And the Victoria Victinis are rocking Tita, Latias, Victini, Duraptor, Sylveon, and Pinsir, whereas the Jakarta Rattatas are rocking Alola Muck, Bronzong, Volcanion, Umbreon, Landorus Incarnate, and Celio. So yeah, Celio, I'm looking forward to seeing Celio. Every time I see these games, I see like the LC mons or the lower point mons, I get really excited because I am a lower tier fanboy. I legit am, but I do have my high tier options I like to use, but I all the mons that I like to use in draft, like Ambipom and Rotom Frost and Reuniclus, are usually like lower end of the table. So and Pikachu obviously. So yeah, in this game, if Victini can potentially put in the most work here, 100%. If it gets like, it does get an ice type move, doesn't it? What's it called? What's the ice type move Victini gets? I can't remember. Is it Freeze Shock or is it ice? I can't remember what it's called, but it does get like a powerful ice type moves. I know it gets Bolt Strike. It gets Reshiram's move. It gets Mystical Fire. Obviously, it gets not Mystical Fire, Searing Shot. It gets a lot of moves. Umbreon Wish Passing may become an issue, but again, the Victoria Victinis have the same thing in Sylveon, so it might be quite a stall fest, to be quite honest. Not gonna lie, but Devil's team is, I was going to say, quite bulky, but besides, obviously, you've got Tito, which can be bulky, and you've got Sylveon, which can be bulky, but then everything else is quite... it's not as bulky as the other team, to be quite honest, because Umbreon is bulky, Bronzong is bulky, Muck is bulky, Sealeo is probably bulky. Let's just jump in and see how this one goes. So he leads with the Landers versus the Pinsir, as the U turns out into the Sealeo, as Pinsir goes to knock off and immediately makes Sealeo not as bulky as the first thought. Reveals a Super Fang to get as much damage off on the Mega Pinsir, on the regular Pinsir. I kept saying Mega Pinsir because you don't usually see normal Pinsir. You usually just run Mega. But this Sealeo is now Rest, Super Fang, and it's like, okay, do you have Sleep Talk? You do. So it's got Super Fang. It had Super Fang, Rest, Sleep Talk, and probably Ice Beam or something. There's a Searing Shot, obviously, with Thick Fat. There's the Thunderbolt as well from Victini. No, and Victini's just going to put the most work. I knew for a fact Victini would put in the most work. There's the mascot. Its move pool's insane. It's not as insane as Muse, but it's actually quite good. It's really quite good. Steam Eruption from the Volcanion there. The overpowered Scald. As Staraptor comes out, U-turn straight out into Sylveon. Goes for Steam Eruption again. Doesn't get the burn this time. But Volcanion goes for the sub as Sylveon reveals the Wish. And again, this obviously Wish support. There's the burn. Reveals the Hyper Voice so we can just do damage again behind the sub. But it's a fire type, so the Hyper Voice can do a lot of damage. So out comes the Muck. As Sylveon goes for Wish again. Out comes Tyranitar. Probably going to go for a Poison type move here. Doesn't go for Knock Off. Knocks off its Choppleberry to do the work. Out comes the Dumbreon as he goes for the Earthquake. Umbreon is so fat. It really is. It's a fat mother trucker. But I love using it because I have it in PBAL and it's absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Wish Umbreon is like, it's so good. It's so bulky and so good. So Bronzong reveals the Heavy Slam, which is very interesting tech. Probably for the Sylveon because it's quite slow. There's Z. Why have we got Z Weather Use this week? We've had Z Rain Dance. We've now got Z Sunny Day from the Victini. Now it obviously got the poison. That poison from the Muck is going to be very crucial because obviously now Victini could not sweep like it would have potentially done if it didn't get the poison. So Jakarta Rattata do the best to like stall out the Sun Turns with Umbreon because it knew it can just Wish Protect, stall it out, and do the most because that's what Umbreon does. It just stalls stuff out. It just stalls stuff out. So Vampire that into Bronzong versus the Sylveon. So he goes out into Tyranitar. Probably going to go for Hail Slam again, which he does go for. Does a solid 25%. It's a Bronzong, so wasn't expecting that much damage. Toxic comes off against the Tyranitar. It reveals the Crunch. Lives, gets a defense drop, doesn't really matter because that's probably Hidden Power Fighting, I want to say. From the Bronzong, there's the Crunch as Umbreon's just gonna, protect probably. Why did he not protect? Because protect was obvious play to go for because he died to Toxic next turn. So you might as well have just done that. And then could have got a free switch in something and not let everything die to the Sylveon. So if it was Hidden Power Ice, gets a crit. Doesn't matter, he's probably got Ice Beam, which he does so far. And Victini's win 3-0. So that's a GG to Devil there. Both teams who brought Z Weather have won this week. So round of applause. If the Victini didn't get poisoned, that Victini would have, I think it doesn't matter, but Victini would have swept. It would have 100% swept if it didn't get poisoned by the goddamn Muck. But that's what Muck does. He poisons you. So there's a lot of toxic from the Jakarta Rattata's side there. Obviously with Umbreon. Umbreon was like, I don't know what set it was, last one what Celia was, but Celia was just like a stall fest. Umbreon is always a stall fest. So yeah, GG to Victoria Victini's there. I think Victoria Victini's are now they are now in the playoff spot in Slakoff division, and the Jakarta Rattatas are 2 wins off the current top 4. So if they can get a run of games together late game of the season, there's potential to actually make playoffs. So it's still looking interesting for weeks to come. It's still interesting. It could be anyone's game, as I've said before. Now we move on to the last game, where we have the Kyogre Madness, which Dr. Slacking allowed, and he's versus a Ditto. So there's technically 2 Kyogres in this game. And I'm looking forward to it because Ditto is here, Kartana is here, Staravia is here, Gallistopod's here. My boy Rotom Freeze is here. And the Cosmo's here. I'm loving Sean's team right now. A third of it is my boys. Kartana is kind of my boy as well. So half his team are my boys. And I love it. I love it. Chime Gang is here. Chime Gang is here. I can't believe it. And obviously, Bidoof and the Hot Dog Extenders have brought the Kyogre, the Ferrothorn, the Mega Banette, the Regice, the Wynot, and the Drowsy. So, pretty much, Bidoof's tactic this season has been to use his other 5 to whittle down the rest of his team, and then bring out Kyogre late game and just go sweep, 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 sweep. So, Bidoof could be that guy and 1 week not bring Kyogre, and they'll go, wait, what? And then it'll go, what? And what? And then what? And then they'll over prep for the Kyogre. He won't bring the Kyogre, and then he'll just win it away. I'd love that to happen. I'd love it. Next week, if you're watching this, Bidoof, don't bring Kyogre to 1 week. I want to see it. I really want to see it. But yeah, so Kartana is going to put in the absolute finest way against this team because it gets Leaf Blade for the Kyogre, it gets Sacred Sword for the Ferrothorn and the Regice, it gets it does get Night Slash for the Wynot and the Drowsy. Doesn't have much for the Mega Banette, but he has options for that Mega Banette in Ditto, I guess, if you choose to cast it and get copies to Shadow Sneak and whatnot, because I don't. Does anything here get knockoff? Oh, it gets Night Slash. Duh. I'm an actual idiot. I just said Night Slash. And for some reason, I thought it didn't affect that. Okay. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's jump in and see how this one goes. God damn it. Legion and Necrozma versus the Ferrothorn. Goes for the Heat Wave. Bish, bash, bosh. Did not know Necrozma got Heat Wave. Not going to lie. Goes against Staravia. Goes to the Mega Banette to get the Intimidate drop off as it goes for Shadow Claw. It's immune, as you do. Taunts the Staravia as it tries to go for Toxic. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp to burn it. As he goes to Will-O-Wisp again to burn the Kartana. There's the Lumberry popping as he goes for Leaf Blade. Gets a crit because Leaf Blade does that. And Kartana is going to put in the most finest work. There's the Sash counter from the Wynot. Perfect. Wynot doing its job. Going in and killing the threat. Wynot doing the job. How come the Regice he gets knockoff on from the Necrozma as it goes for Hail? If this man was Z Hail, he would see Focus Blast. And with the Volts and with the light screen up, don't do a lot of damage. So that's a Royal with the Regice. And Alkalin's Rotom Frost again to eat up the Ice Beam, which is nothing because it's obviously resisted. And goes to Defog to get rid of the Orville and the Toxic both from inside the field. Goes for the Volt Switch out into Gallistopod and sets up Hail again. First impression, and I don't understand what Bidoof's doing right now because he could have went out into Kyogre and done some work. But he does go into Kyogre now to go straight back out into Drowsy to get Leech Life and just knock this thing out. And goes into Kyogre, out comes Rotom Frost, reveals the Thunder. Rotom Frost eating it up like a champion. And this man is obviously choiced into Thunder. So it's going to be quite the issue. But Necrozma just comes out, goes to Photon Geyser. Does not a lot of damage. Out there, misses the Thunder because obviously Rain's not here anymore. And that is GG. And the Chime Gang, squad up, have defeated the Kyogre 5-0. Ditto did not touch the field, which I'm very disappointed about. But Rotom did the finest of work, eating up a Z-Focus miss from the Regice. If Bidoof was Z-Hail, I don't know if he could run Z-Hail because I don't know what Z-Crystals are. But we could have had all... We had 2 out of 4 Z-Rain users. Z-Rain users? Z-Weather users. I love it. But yeah, GG to Sean there. I think Sean is now joint first in this lack of standings with the Brampton Bayleafs, and the Hot Dog Extenders are just outside of the playoff spots in Circuit standings. So if they win next week, can it possibly shoot up to second place. So it's still the Kyogre shenanigans is still here, and it's still potentially to go all the way. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's ABC Masquerain Weekly Show. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash the like button down below. Be subscribed if you're new around here and join the ABC content. Leave any suggestions of anything like to improve the series or any guests I can try and pester to get back on. If you want slacking back, if you want whatever, just let me know and I'll try and get on that. Any comments will go on the wall, as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!